You got it.
All right, Shalom. Hebrew Israelites. Again, just gonna hear what the brother
Khan.
and we just gonna go to Revelation 8 real quick. You know, Spirit to do it. So before we start, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh,
Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakwadash.
and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the elect. All right, and it's a quick chapter. You know, overall it just goes to the destruction of America, and at the end it goes in mentioning in the 3 world wars that's supposed to be on the planet Earth. All right.
So this is Revelation 8:1. And when he had opened the 7th seal, there was silence in heaven about the space of half an hour.
And that's literal. Apostle John seen the vision in Revelation 7, and now before the visions of Revelation 8 came, it was like an intermission for literally 30 minutes. Then it began again.
And I saw the 7 angels which stood before God, and to them which were given 7 trumpets. And another angel came and stood at the altar, having a golden censer, and there was given unto him much incense, that he shall offer it with the prayers of all saints upon the golden altar which was before the throne. I got a precept real quick to go with that one. The book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 10. Take heed that ye despise not one of these little ones, for I say unto you, that in heaven their angel do always behold the face of my Father which is in heaven. Alright, and that's pretty much what we're reading, how the angel takes the prayers of the saints up. So it says that he should offer it with the prayers of all the saints upon the golden altar which is before the throne.
And it said it had a censer. Have you ever see what a censer is like? What these people, you know, the Roman Catholics have, like a little golden censer they be swinging with the incense and smoke hanging out of it, you know. And like Apostle Tahar said, they got that from us, you know. So just so you can picture, you know, what's being read here.
And the smoke of the incense which come with the prayers of the saints and send it up before God out of the angel's hand. And the angel took the censer and filled it with fire of the altar, and cast it into the earth. And there were voices and thunderings and lightnings and an earthquake.
That nuclear destruction, Isaiah 24:20. I'll just get a quick precept for that real quick. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, and starting at verse 12. The earth quaketh in the foundations thereof. The sea ariseth up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also before the Lord and before the glory of his power. Why? For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow, which is a nuclear silo. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, which is the nuclear missiles, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot to the ends of the world. Hence the term intercontinental ballistic missile, which means across continents. So that's what's going to make the earth to shake. See, that's the you know, the brother War, you know, says Lord gonna smell of the prayers and then send the destruction forth.
Yep.
You know?
I got one to add to that one, as we read Revelation 8:4. This 8:5. The angel took the censer and filled it with fire of the altar and cast it into the earth. And there were voices and thunderings and lightnings and earthquakes. Right. So this is Sirach 35:17. The prayer of the humble pierces the clouds. Until it come nigh, he will not be comforted. He will not depart till the Most High shall behold to judge righteously and execute judgment. For the Lord will not be slack, neither will the mighty be patient toward them, till he have smitten asunder the loins of the unmerciful, and repay vengeance to the heathen, till he have taken away the multitude of the proud, and broken the scepter of the unrighteous. And as the brother was going into, and this, you know, as the brother broke down the synopsis of this lesson, that World War III is going to pretty much smite the loins and the scepter of the wicked.
Oh yeah.
You know, and this also goes to show you that the righteous is going to pray for the downfall of the wicked.
That's why it says in 2nd Ezra 7, the day of doom is going to be the end of this time. So that's going to be the cutoff point for Esau.
And the 7 angels, which were which had the 7 trumpets prepared themselves to sound.
And the Apostle John, he actually heard the 7. He actually heard the trumpets and everything. And then the 7th trumpet is when we get out of here. Between the 6th and the 7th. This is real quick. 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 51. Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump. For the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. Because Yahweh Shah is going to return at that 7th trumpet, man. And Lord willing, the 7th trumpet happens while this man Trump is in office. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the last trump.
The first angel sounded, and there followed hail and fire mingled with blood, and they were cast upon the earth. The third part of the trees was burnt up, and all green grass was burnt up.
Right. And that hail and fire is the missiles, and that blood, because when the missiles hit, it's gonna cause people to bleed, And the third part, because you got the 3 parts of men, the sons of God, the sons of men, and the sons of the wicked. So that represents Esau, wherever Esau is at. Mainly he's talking about America, okay? And the rep calls them trees, Where your house I say I see men as trees walking, like that.
Yep. And the second angel sounded, and as it were a great mountain burning with fire was cast into the sea. And the third part of the sea became blood.
You got it.
Right?
Oh,
you got it.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, as a brother get that, this pretty much going into the nuclear destruction. Because remember in Revelation 17, the sea represents nations. Now again, when you go into the third part, it's talking about Esau, Edom, the third part of man, which is the sons of the wicked. And the third part of the sea became blood, because the Lord is going to bring a lot of killing. Isaiah 63.
This is our precept for that mountain. Jeremiah 51 and 25. Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, saith Yahweh, which destroyeth all the earth. And I will stretch out mine hand upon thee, and roll thee down from the rocks, and will make thee a burnt mountain. What nation is prophesied to be destroyed by fire completely? America. America is that mountain. Look, they destroy all the earth. Look what they do to the other nations. I was talking to someone, from another country. And they said when they came over here, the way they started to see things changed. Like the way they started, like their viewpoints and stuff started changing. And I was telling them that's Americanization.
Right. Because here, if you're talking to an American from another country, you'll look bad, Whereas your viewpoints from your particular country, let's say you come from, Yemen or Saudi Arabia, your viewpoints as a woman could be to cater to a man, not even just your man, but a man.
Right.
You come over here, that shit changes.
Yep. That great mountain burning, that's America getting hit with the missiles.
It says, and the third part of the creatures which were in the sea and had life died, and the third part of the ships were destroyed.
Yeah, because all the animals in the sea around America are gonna be destroyed when the missiles hit, man. You got the turtles, the whales, all that gonna be gone. It makes sense because you got the missiles hitting America. And what about the oceans? You got the Atlantic and Pacific Ocean.
Right.
So all that is gonna be gone. Even waters in America, and I believe in Isaiah 19 it mentions something like that. You got it.
Yeah, because you think about it, what is the waters? The waters are contaminated, so the waters got to be cleansed out. The animals have all types of plastic, all types of just disgusting, fucking tampons, condoms, and the Lord gotta reset them as well. Everything surrounding this place has to be reset.
Yep. This is a precept, Isaiah 19, 5-7. And the waters shall fail from the sea, and the rivers shall be wasted and dried up, and they shall turn the rivers far away, and the brooks of defense shall be emptied and dried up. The reeds and flags shall wither. verse 7. The paper reads by the brooks, by the mouth, or the month. It's like it might be mouth. Yeah, by the mouth of the brooks, and everything sown by the brooks shall wither, be driven away, and be no more. So after America is destroyed, all the rivers and bodies of water in America as well, it's going to be dried up.
Yeah. Even all the prophets seen that. Like even Habakkuk, he was asking the Lord, was that Habakkuk the 3rd chapter? He was asking the Lord, what did the seas do? What did the rivers do?
Right.
The Lord's going to dry them up too.
And when it said the ships going into Esau's navy, being destroyed.
Yep. Verse 10. The 3rd angel sounded, and there fell a great star from heaven, burning as it were a lamp, and it fell upon the 3rd part of the rivers and upon the fountains of water. Again, talking about the nuclear missiles. And the name of the star is called Wormwood. And the 3rd part of the waters became wormwood, and many men died of the waters because they were made bitter. You got it out.
I was just going to try to get that word, wormwood. Also, when you look on Google and look up AI overview, it talks about, the contamination of the what a nuclear missile could do, that radioactive. I believe it says something like the nuclear blast vaporized the soil and everything around it. It goes into the air and falls out into the water and surrounding areas.
Hey, that's where you get the term nuclear winter, nuclear fallout, because all that soot and all that radiation is in the air, it's in the sky. So even if the missiles don't get you, the aftermath will.
Yep. This is that word for wormwood, absinthos. Strong's G894 that says wormwood, the name of a star which fell into the waters and made them bitter. And it's not going to it's tasting bad. It's talking about contamination.
Case in point is when you go into who was it, Moses, when he had crossed this body of water. Right. It was called Marah because it was contaminated, and the Lord had it had a tree that Moses cast into it, and he cleansed it.
Right. Yep.
Then the 4th angel sounded, and
verse 11, Salaki.
Verse 11, and the name of the star is called Wormwood, and the 3rd part of the waters became wormwood, and many men died of the waters because they were made bitter.
Yeah, because people are going to be drinking the waters and everything after, and they're going to be dying off of it after the destruction. Yep.
It says, how many more verses we got? I guess we got to do part 2. Oh, it's 2 more? Alright, just finish it off. And the 4th angel sounded, and the 3rd part of the sun was smitten, and the 3rd part of the moon, and the 3rd part of the stars, so as the 3rd part of them was darkened, and the day shone not for a 3rd part of it, and the night likewise.
That references Obadiah 1 and 8, because when his destruction comes, Esau ain't gonna know what to do. The sun, moon, and stars representing the knowledge. Their knowledge is gonna be taken away. They ain't gonna know what to do, man. They're gonna be confounded at that time.
Isaiah 47. It says, and I beheld and heard an angel flying through the midst of heaven, saying with a loud voice, Woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth, by reason of the other voices of the trumpet of the 3 angels which are yet to sound.
And that goes into World War 1, 2, and 3. And like the apostles were saying, next chapter, half of it goes into World War 1. World War 2 is mentioned in one verse, and the rest of Revelation 9 goes into World War 3. Revelation 8 goes into World War 3, because America going to be destroyed in the midst of, World War 3. And Revelation 11 and 14 is mentioned. So this is prophecies, man, that's coming. And this chapter hasn't been fulfilled yet, so we still waiting on it.
Yeah. So, hey, with that, Lord willing, you Akim edified. Want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rekakwadash, for allowing us to do another lesson. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone for being faithful witnesses to the Holy Spirit, and shalom to the elect.